What is good, guys? If you want to know how to draw the graffiti letter G like these 6 letters here, stick around because I'll be showing you exactly how to do that. Now let's go. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going through the graffiti letter G. As I always like to show you guys the simple, just skeleton form, and then obviously you thicken that all up like that. In the graffiti world with the G, there's a lot of times it has a stem that comes down this way, which is like an extra, but basically it's going to be a C shape with this rectangle coming down. And in the lesson I'm going to start off quite simple, how to draw graffiti letter G, and then get a bit more technical and advanced as we go on throughout the video. Okay, let's start off with the first one here. Here I'm going to concentrate on the C shape first. So basically I am literally just going to do a real loose C, just like that. Once that is in place, I'm just going to basically start off thickening it up, but I want to start it so it's thin at the bottom and it gets a bit more juicier towards the top, so it's almost flaring out. So when you got, if you imagine you got a spray can, you start off tight and then you flare it out towards the top like it's a hand style, like so. And bringing it in, and it's coming in tight at the bottom like that. Once that C shape's in place, I'm just going to add a little back extension. So just do this little line where you pull out, you follow the shape around, and then you connect it back. And the same there. As for this front bit, I'm just going to keep it simple for the first one and just literally do a rectangle down. But as I get to the bottom, I'm going to draw a square shape of the side and bring it further down like this. Small up here, and it's going to get thicker as it goes down to the bottom, like so. And for my liking, it still looks like too much of a C shape with just an add-on. So to really make it look like a G, just add a block in like so. And there you have it, guys. That would be the real simplest one we'll be showing you today. Real simple G, really cool, really effective. So you can now go and use on your pieces. Now I'm just going to get myself a marker pen, go over the whole lot, and then move on to the second letter G, which will be a little bit more complex. Now we have the first letter G of today. Really simple, but even though it's cool in itself, even though it's quite a simple form of the G. And now we're just going to end up drawing something a little bit more complex than this. And we're going to start off with the same kind of shape we've done over here. So I just want to throw a rectangle going downwards. Just like this. It starts off small at the top and gets a bit bigger. And this time we're going to, where this is one continuous shape, we're going to break it into different shapes. So from here, we can have shape 1, which will be this section of the G. And then come up like so. Basically it's the same sort of shape but going upwards. And let's do a third shape like this. Do it so it curves at the top, gets small at the beginning and gets bigger as it gets towards the end. And then let's fill up this little space by just putting a downward shape, just like so. And already we took the first basic shape and then we just broke up this C shape of the G. Even have the same sort of bottom bit. Just like so. And add that G shape like we've done here. Like that. Now I'm just going to add a little extra add on here. Chop this up into 2 bits. And then by just changing that C shape and breaking it into 1, 2, 3 different parts, you've created something with a completely different shape and structure than the original one. And once that's complete, you're gonna grab yourself your marker, go over the whole thing once again until you're just left with the black framework of the G. Okay guys, now we have it, the second G for today. Now for the third one, let's see how I'm going to start changing around the basic shapes. I'm going to try and draw a variation of styles, so you might see the ones you like, and then the ones also you like you can gravitate towards and start practicing in your own time, and just really get good in your own style. The shape 1, I took the same as that, it's basically mirrored, so let's see how I'm going to change the first shape. So for this time, I'm going to start off really loose. Bring it up like this. And now using my pencil lightly when the skeleton's in place, I'm just adding onto this skeleton. Like a human body basically. The skeleton's in place and then the line work's gonna come in like so. Here I wanna keep that middle part. Now if you know your graffiti letters, right now you've got yourself a nice T as well. And it's really intriguing to see how certain letters can be turned or twisted and actually make other letters in the alphabet. And for this, I'm just going to do it round and break it in half and line up for the second half of the G. But for this, I'm going to give it more of a back piece. Just like so, and then connect that to it. And then here I'm going to bring in just another shape, and then one of these little rectangles that kick off the front of a G, a Jita from Dragon Ball Z. Boom, like so. Alright, and let's just add a little extra towards the end, give it a little bit of flavour. Bringing it in, give it a big back tail. Drag that forward, and then you've got yourself a Ghostbuster looking G right here. Really funky, bring it down, square it off, just like so. Pow. This is what I like about some letters, is they just look like creatures. This now looks like some sort of weird insect, like a praying mantis. Something deadly, and that's what I love about letters. And basically guys, if you've been doing this at home as well, this is how simple it is. From that 2 basic shapes, it's the same formula with just a bit more add-ons and a bit more flavour, and it just gives it the whole illusion it's a complete new letter, which it is in some aspects. It is completely new, but the foundation's carrying it. And look, now here, just add this arrow on. The thing is, when you see the complex version like this, it's hard to fathom your mind, like how the hell did he get to that final result? But now I'm showing you it's all about just having key foundations. 1, 2, build up on that, little bits, and then you just create something that's completely unique. I keep saying it in every video, foundations are key, build upon that. Now grab yourself your lucky magic marker, go around the whole thing, and move on to the 4th G for you guys. And there we have it guys, the 3rd G of today. Much more wild and creative, much more up my street, this sort of lettering, where you've got the thin elements, you've got the thickness. That to me is like one of the best things you can have in a letter, is where you've got the thin lines and they just explode into the thicker parts. Yeah, really good. I just love that sort of stuff. Obviously, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that's my sort of style, and that's all I can basically be best at teaching. But I do try and show you guys a variety of styles, and I hope you guys pick that up in the lessons. Let's try something a bit different this time and start off with, once again, another different beginning shape. So this time, I'm gonna go for something like off the edge and bend it in for shape number 1. Just like this. Obviously, if it's a skeleton shape, I'll just do a line, but we've done that 3 times. I'll just jump straight into the shape, not mess it up too much. And here, keeping it close, I'm gonna bring it around like the C shape once again. And if you really want to connect that too, you could turn it into an A very easily here. Make it just a bit smaller at the bottom. And that quick, you can have yourself another letter G. The sort of style which you might see on the side of a train. Bring that out. And just bring another shape on the back here, connecting the 2 parts. Just like so. I actually had someone in the comments the other day say it'd be cool if there's like some more throw up style and not so much like wild or like production pieces. So letters like this and this one you can definitely do. It's more streetwise for sure compared to sort of a bit wild with a bit more lines like that. Yeah, so okay guys, this one's done. I'm just gonna have a bit of backing. And then we'll just outline this one and move on to the next letter, the 5th letter of the day. That's it, the 4th graffiti letter G for today. I just want to show you something a bit different. It's more, what's it called? Not more graffiti, it's more like a sign writing, this one here, you know what I mean? You could have all the other letters, like, put like a A there, a T, just sign writing. But it's a different style that I hope that I can show you how you can do a different graffiti letter G. For this 5th one, I want to just go wild and I'm just going to kind of let the pencil do most of the work. I had a guy recently message me asking about how he can improve his art, and his art was awesome, it's really good, but there's a massive tip I would suggest to all artists is the looseness of lines. Literally, let your muscles be like, it sounds a bit extra than normal, but let your wrist just be so loose and the muscles like more flowy. And let me show you, I'm going to show you the example. Okay, so I'm going to try and delve more into like more the feeling of the drawing instead of the technicality of all. Okay, so bear with me on this one. It's a bit of a new technique, but I'll try and explain it as I can. So right now, real loose, just let the pencil completely drag up. Just the pencil is doing all the work here. And I really am just letting the whole thing be loose, and I'm not trying to put any definite lines in place at all. If anything, the hand's just sort of pushing on the paper, making marks. And I'll show you what this does and the beauty of this technique. If you just clear your mind and just put shapes in place, almost like your subconscious is doing it, you end up creating something completely unique even to yourself, because it's not coming from your conscious mind, it's actually coming from somewhere else outside of yourself. Just remember to keep all the lines loose, don't try and be too accurate. No, I'm not thinking about putting definite lines in as yet, I'm just thinking about where shapes will be to complete the G shape. Once all the loose lines are now in place, with the pencil still, now I'm going to tighten up a bit. I'm tightening up as I go, and now picking up the shapes that will put down by the loose lines. And just adding a few things in as I'm going now. I really like that double step here. It makes it look more like a wing shape. It's quite a bizarre concept to teach because it's more delving deep into just the mind processes instead of just thinking about, you know, here's a rectangle that's 2 centimeters by 4, which is very stiff and rigid. I always like to teach the opposite end of just trust you have the information within you and it will come out in some form or another if you just relax the body and the mind. And throw that back. And here you go. This is a letter I knew, we all know what G looks like. We've done the original shapes. Knowing that information, when you just let yourself go, you create something like this here. And to be honest with you, I don't know anyone who's doing G's this way, this crazy and this robotic. It's almost like that Japanese art with the robots. It has a name, I'm not sure the name. If anyone knows what they call the Japanese like robot art, like mecha or something, let me know in the comments. And yeah guys, marker time again, and then we'll jump into the last final G. But this one for sure is my favorite. A lot more punch to it, a lot more dynamicness to it. And yeah, I'm just gonna time lapse this one right now. And there we have it guys, 5 ways you can draw the graffiti letter G at home by yourself. I really hope this has been an insightful video where you've actually picked up quite a lot of how I break it down and put my techniques into order. But there's still one G. I'm not gonna just leave you there with the 5. For the last G, as always, I'm gonna let the camera run time lapse, and my mind always goes like this. I pick up the bits I like from each letter I've been practicing with, put it all together to create something completely unique. For example, I might take this element here, which I really like, and place it with this shape, and then combine it with this. And that way I've created myself a complete new layer using my past lessons to create something new. So yeah, the 6th layer, let's get it. And that's the end of the lesson today, everybody. That's 6 different ways how you can draw the graffiti letter G for you guys, from basic form, medium, and to advanced, really loose flow state letters to help your pieces go to the next level. As always, thank you so much for everybody tuning into these videos. I appreciate all the support this channel is getting lately. It's absolutely incredible. And I need to say a massive thank you to everybody over on the Patreon team, because without your support, the letter series would not even be a thing that would be happening right now. I need to say a welcome and thank you to all the new Patreons. That's Steve Tracy, Cameron, Kazan, and Dirty Draws. Thank you so much for joining the team. Hope you enjoy the private lessons and the free goodies you get every month. Anything you guys want to see, make sure you leave me a comment. I'll read all the comments. Until next time, just keep creating, stay well, peace.